Bee people. Here's another yard. We got 6 here.
6.
I like this place. We're just going to use one gun. So if you decided to just use one, we got her heating up. It's closed. We're going to cheat a little bit. We have 4 of these things. Robin's going to finish packing them.
Preload.
Preloads, that's a good word. All right. We're getting up to temp. We don't need to change the battery. Let's run this right on out. So we're up to temp. We're going to see what kind of time it takes to do this. We already checked our hives out, so everybody knows what time it does. I can't remember how many minutes it took to do the yard yesterday. That's your job.
We had 2 going yesterday too.
Yeah, we had 2 going yesterday, so we thought we'd just do one in case you had so many hives and you wanted to do one and save yourself some time versus doing the wand. All right. I don't have my gloves on. It's really just the hand that you're gonna grab the applicator from. But hey, wear both of them. It's kind of nice to save your arms. I've only had that spurt up at me a couple of times, and both times is where I stuck it in the hole after pulling out the golf tee, and it plugged up that tube, so we just quit. I don't need it to happen the 3rd time.
That's one of the reasons you go ahead and drill them all again.
Yeah, we just drill them all again. It's a nice day here. We only have 1 more yard, and that's at Save a Warrior yard. And then we do have to finish our mating boxes around the pond. We're going to do that when we leave here. And then wait a month and do it again. Then sometime the beginning of December when we start putting our winter shims on. As this crucible gets to be really hot, it kind of goes a little faster.
We use the same amount of oxalic for the 8 framers as we do the 10 framers.
Yes.
Because they're all full.
Really 2 grams per box. It doesn't matter if it's an 8 or a 10. This being 3 deep, I'm going to hit it twice. The thing's full of beads.
Yes.
So let me tell you a horror story. A friend of mine had, in fact, I think that's where that wand came from, was him. His name was Ed. So they just stuck the wand in just a little bit. He killed 2 queens in his hive because it heated up right there. The bees want to attack it. Where these, it just throws it in there so fast the bees don't have a chance to attack it. And it just swells out. Where if it's in that little pan, it has to heat up and then go into sublimation. So, just a little something to know about.
Plus, it came through the front door,
Plus, you're going in the front door.
and this has only got, what, ½ inch at the most sticking into the box itself?
Yeah, this happens really fast. Here, give me like 1 gram. We get done with these and I'll shoot off 1 gram and you'll see how it comes out of this gun. We're clipping along. It takes longer to get here. You could do this in the morning while you're drinking your coffee before you go to work. You would be done before you had your coffee done. You don't have to get in your hive to do this. This is full load. That stuff doesn't work very well. I like that pool. The metal. We took an above ground pull down and cut that metal in half and left that yard yesterday. That stuff's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for pools to tear down.
Yeah, this just disappeared. We just did this.
Always looking for something to put down on the ground, keep the weeds down. It seems like it takes forever, but we did time it once. It was like a minute 10, minute 15 seconds. That was for 4 grams.
We're almost done with this yard. After this, then we wait 10 minutes before we take the rags off the front of the entrance. You're wanting that to work its way around in that hive. That hive is filled with this, trust me. What we don't want is an escape for it to pull it out too fast. We want it to settle down and hang out on all your frames, hang out on the bees.
It kind of sends the bees into like super cleaning mode, don't it?
Yeah, it puts them in a cleaning mode.
Just like the apple guard does.
'Cause it's all over them.
Yeah.
Now, something I don't know if many people know, the higher your mite load is, the more your miticides is going to burn them because they have open wounds.
Right.
So this is burning the bees that have open wounds. But any of it will do that. So trying to keep your mite load down is the best thing you can do. All right, so there's, wait, the wind's blowing. There's 1 gram in here. So it just goes in here, so you can see this. And then you just release it. And it just goes in just like that. So the bees don't have time to do anything. It's not a crystal, it's just a vapor. And then you figure it's just through the wood. And you can see the temperature. It's at 225 right now. The less amount you put in there, the faster your recovery is. So there you go. That was 1 gram. We'll use 1 gram for like our little mating boxes. Take care of your equipment. Even your wooden bee boxes. Take care of that stuff. All right.
I don't know how long that took. I'll have to go back and time it. But like you see, it didn't take very long. It couldn't have took 15 minutes. Makes your life easy. But like you say, it's pricey. That thing's 500. Let's say you just bought 1 extra thing. That's 565, 665. Say with this 700. That's about it. About $700 to get this put together. But like I say, if you take care of it and you ever wanted to sell it, people will buy it. You know, you could definitely sell it. So that's why I say, if you're going to buy something, buy the best. And then that way you have the opportunity, if you ever just don't want to use it no more, or you get out of the bee business, then you'll be able to sell it. If you buy a piece of junk, nobody's going to want to buy a piece of junk. And
Like those wands, no one really wants to buy those.
yeah, nobody wants to buy the ones.
Not secondhand anyway.
I'm just saying. So, hey, I hope this helps. This is what we're doing this time of year. And we'll do it again next month. And then a couple weeks later, we're going to do it the beginning of December. And then after this winter solstice, we're going to do it again by that time we will have gotten all the mites, any of the mites that have hatched out of the brood, which there's very little brood. So we're just basically killing them because mama's not making no more babies. Now I know people have asked if we're doing this like every so many days to try to catch up with the brood. That does not work. They've proved that does not work. You'll never beat that percentage. This only works when they're broodless. It works great if you catch a swarm or if you buy a package, something of that nature, but it definitely does not work if the hive's in full mode of making bees. So, hey, thanks. Get in your hive.